Welcome to GDPRsoftware.com and for trusting us to help you start your GDPR journey. In this first video, we'll quickly explore the key areas of the system so that you have an overview of how it all works. So once you've logged in for the very first time, you'll see the GDPR Software homepage. This homepage shows a 6-step wizard which you will work through as you head towards GDPR best practice. With the percentages you can see here recording your progression through the system, and over to the right you will see reminders of any actions that you need to undertake in the future. These will be set as you work through the system. In the following videos because it is the backbone of the entire system. However, before we get to that, let's have a quick run through of the system and the navigation menu across the top so you can get your bearings. If you ever want to get back to this homepage so you can see the wizard, simply click on the GDPR button here. The next one, which says Dashboard, shows you an overview of the entire set of the framework questions, which you will work through with the guidance of the wizard to complete your GDPR plan. Again, this will be covered in more detail in the following videos. Next, we have lists of information. These lists hold all of the information about your GDPR compliance, from the kinds of data you process, the policies you have in place, and who is responsible for what. The registers is where we store information such as data breaches, special processing of data, or requests from individuals to see what data you hold on them. The Action section is where you can assign action reminders for your team to do something. This might be a review of the system in a year's time, or it might be a request for some information for one of the questions in the framework. Next we have Assessments, which is where we will assess how your data is used in the organization through data mappings, audits and risk matrices. And don't worry, this will be explained in more detail in the later videos. The Report section is where you can prove the work you've undertaken towards GDPR compliance by easily viewing your progress, either through HTML reports on screen or by downloading PDFs for distribution. The GDPR Articles shows you a list of the different component parts of the legislation, all in one place. And this drop-down shows you all of the help available. And finally, over here, you have the Options menu, where you can see any billing information, make any changes to your settings, such as whether you want to see extra help when using the system, or whether you want to get email reminders for overdue actions. So let's start by setting the system up. The very first thing to do in the options here is set your company name. And once saved, if you click on the GDPR button and go back to the home page, you will see your company name has been updated here. Congratulations for taking the first step towards GDPR compliance. I'll see you in the next video.